Hi class, let's take a look at example 4. Now example 4 has a bunch of questions attached to it, and this is the indication that it's one of the sequences that we're doing a quick review. Now you're basically looking at two main patterns, and the patterns are, if it's arithmetic, the sequence is being increased or subtracted by a value. If it's geometric, the sequence is being multiplied or divided by like a fraction every single one of the terms. And take a look at this sequence. So technically this represents, the -4 represents a sub 1 unless we're told otherwise. This is a sub 2 and so on. And one of the patterns that I see from any of these is that from one term to the other one, we're basically adding a total of 3 units. So this one appears to be an arithmetic sequence with d is equal to 3. Now for an arithmetic sequence, the general term a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus technically n minus 1 times d. So the general term here is a sub n is equal to a -4 plus technically 3 times n minus 1. So a sub n is going to be -4 plus 3n minus 3. Or you can simplify it, and in this case a sub n is equal to a -7 plus 3n. And then check it just to make sure that we're obtaining all the values. If you plug in 1, this is going to give us -7 plus 3n, or -4, which matches to the first one. So that would be the actual generic formula for this sequence. As I stated before, it happens to be an arithmetic sequence. Now part B wants the 27th term. So this one, you're basically not going to be adding and adding 3 until you make it all the way to 27. You're simply going to use, so n is equal to 27 into a sub n, which happens to be -7 plus 3n, or a sub 27 is equal to -7 plus 3 times 27. Please evaluate, and let's see if we're matching. I'm getting -7 plus 3 times 27. I'm getting 74. So in this case, the 27th term, or a sub 27, I'm getting that this is 74. That's actually it for part B, and we're basically using the generic formula from that we found on part A. Let's take a look at C. Now they want the sum of the first 27 terms. So in this case, we're going to be using the SN formula. So use SN, and SN is defined as follows. So you're basically just going to apply that formula. To add the first n terms, you need the first one and the last one, and then apply the division of the n by 2. So in this particular problem, Sn is equal to n divided by 2, a sub 1 plus a sub n. And n is equal to 27. A sub 1 was defined as -4. And we just found a sub 27, which is equal to 74. So one of the advantages is, you're not doing this by hand. You're simply applying the formula. So in this case, a sub 27, is equal to 27 divided by 2 times -4 plus the values of 74. Which is going to simplify was it 74? 74. To 27 divided by 2 times the values of 70, or 27 times 35. So 27 times 35, I'm getting 945. So for this one, S of 27 is equal to 945. Let me double check that. I punched it in incorrectly. So yep, we're good on that one. Okay, so the last one, it's basically a does not exist, or S infinity diverges and you can just say because we have an arithmetic sequence. So the actual infinite sum, it's only going to converge but for geometric sequences. So it would only occur if you were to have a geometric sequence and the absolute value of r is less than 1. In this case, for this particular one, our numbers, you can actually see here that, well, they stop giving us a pattern at 8, but the numbers continue to grow indefinitely. So on the 27th term, this one is already 74. So that means that as we keep adding more and more, well, this portion here of the sum, it's actually going to reach infinity. We're only interested on the sums that are going to actually converge to a specific value. That would be it for this one.